In today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. You know, sometimes we don't always feel like getting up in front of the camera, but still wanted to capture a project that we did in our kitchen. Just doing a quick DIY tiling job with some peel and stick tile. Actually pretty easy, it took me about 3 hours. This is the product. It comes in 12 by 12 sheets, super sticky, and does a pretty good job, I think. Tools are pretty basic. Scissors, razor knife, straight edge, a marker. Most of all, patience. So the first big thing was to pull this plastic kind of metal backsplashy thing off, which took some of the wood off with it and some of the paper, but you know, no big deal. So again, just using some scissors to cut out the tile to the shape you need and the size. Not too difficult. So here, kind of speeding through the process for you, laying out a base tile along the backsplash. Now this wall wasn't particularly even. This backsplash was a little uneven. One side of the backsplash was about ½ inch lower than the other side. So when I got the larger sheets of tile in, especially when I got towards the top of the cabinets, things got a little challenging. So I had to make some extra cuts, and you know, it wasn't exactly pretty, but the shade that we put up kind of hid a few of the mistakes. No big deal. So laying this base tile again was pretty easy, and I always try to lay this type of a base tile so that I can get the other field tile as straight and even as possible. And again, this stuff is pretty forgiving, so you can kind of move it around. Unlike typical tile, you really can't kind of manipulate the sheets, if you will, as much. But this seemed to do pretty good with my kind of pulling and massaging of it, if you will. So as I start getting into the larger sheets, again, things went pretty quickly. As I start to lay sheets around electrical outlets, you can see the things start to get a little tricky. Had to remove one of the electrical outlets, and in the course of doing that, I broke the little plastic tangs on the back that hold that against the wall, so I had to order a new electrical outlet, and I'll install that. I actually ordered a white one, I think, which will go better in the kitchen with the white tile. Well, here I've laid the majority of the field tile, and you know, I kind of made it easy on myself around this window frame, and I loosened up the screws that held this window frame in place and kind of pulled it away from the wall. So instead of making all those intricate cuts and shapes around this window frame, I basically just cut the pieces long, tucked everything in behind. Not that that was easy. It was kind of a trick because, again, this tile is really sticky, so it wants to stick to anything really quickly as soon as it touches it. So getting everything tucked in behind the window frame was a little bit of a challenge. You'll see here in a minute that I had a little bit of a issue tucking this up, especially on this top part here in this back corner. A little tricky. Finally got it, worked at it for a while, and I think it worked out pretty well. Well, here it is, all finished. Nice, bright, shiny white tile. We couldn't be happier. It really makes the whole galley area pop now. A little icing on the cake. Even added a nice arched pull-down faucet. Well, we hope you liked this video. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. Share, subscribe, leave us some comments.